So good afternoon, all of you. Today we will see one more method that is used for solving ordinary differential equations, and the name of that method is simultaneous equations using Runge-Kutta second order method. In previous class we discussed Runge-Kutta fourth order method, and today we will briefly see Runge-Kutta second order method and how that method can be used for solving simultaneous equations will be discussed. So consider a ordinary differential equation dy by dx is equal to f of xy and y of x naught is equal to y naught. At initial values of x naught and y naught are given to you, and generally you will be asked to find out a value of y, let's say y1 at any value x1. So, and for finding that increment k from y0 to y1 of corresponding to an increment h of x, that is you also need to find out the increment h, that is difference between x1 and x0 by using Runge-Kutta second order method. So first, this method is just like Runge-Kutta fourth order method, but the number of steps are less, and that we will see. So first, when the data is given to you, first of all calculate k1 as a product of h into f of x naught y naught. So in the given equation, put x is equal to x naught and y is equal to y naught, and simplify, you will get k1. Similarly, calculate k1 as h into f of x naught plus h and y naught plus k1. So in this way you can calculate the k2. Then you can calculate the y1, which is equal to y naught plus 1 by 2 k1 plus k2. So this whole term that I am making a circle here will be your increment k. So there are only three steps: calculate k1, then k2, and then by using this formula calculate the value of y at any given value of x. So this is the method how to calculate the value of y for given value of x using Runge-Kutta second order method. In this method, one interesting thing is that there are only two variables, one is x and y. Now sometime the question may be asked, and in that question along with xy there will be one more term, that is z. So if there are three terms, you need to modify all these equations accordingly. So for x, increment will be h, for y, increment will be k. So just like that, you need to assume increment, let's say L, that is the increment of the third variable, that is z, and you can use it. So before moving ahead, we will see one example. Apply the Runge-Kutta second order method to find an approximate value of y when x is equal to 0.2. So you need to find out y when x is 0.2. And given that dy by dx is x plus y and y is equal to 0 when x is equal to, so y is equal to 1 when x is equal to 0. So x naught, y naught are given to you, and that increment is given h as 0.2. So first step, write down given data. So x naught is 0, y naught is 1, h is zero point 0.2 and dy by dx can be written as f of xy, which is equal to x plus y. Then calculate k1, and the formula is h into f of x naught y naught. So just replace x by x naught and y by y naught in this equation. And h is given to you 0.2. So 0.2 into x naught plus y naught. So put the value of x naught, sorry, x naught and y naught, and simplify the equation. You will get k as 0.2. Then by using this formula you can calculate k2. So k2 is equal to h into f of x naught plus h, y naught plus k. So h is 0.2 and x naught plus h. So x naught is 0, y naught is, sorry, h is 0.2. Similarly, y naught plus k, y naught is 1 and k is just we estimated, that is 0.2. So simplify it, you will get 0.2 into f of 0.2 comma 1.2. So replace x by 0.2 and y by 1.2 in while calculating k2, and you will get k2 as 0.28. So this is how we calculated k1 and k2. Then y1 is equal to y0 plus 1 half k1 plus k2. So k1 is 0.2, k2 is 0.28, y0 is 1. So put all the values in this equation, you will get y1 as 1.24. So when x is equal to 0.2, you will get y as 1.24. So this is how we solve the problem by using Runge-Kutta second order method. So this is not actually fourth order method, this is second order method. Now we will see how to use Runge-Kutta second order method to solve simultaneous equations. So before starting this method, first of all, I would like to tell you that Runge-Kutta method can only be applied for first order differential equations. So if the order of differential equation is higher than 1, then we cannot use Runge-Kutta method, either Runge-Kutta first order, second order, third order or fourth order. We cannot go. But if we could simplify that higher order ordinary differential equation to first order differential equation, then definitely we can use Runge-Kutta method. And for syllabus point of view, we have only Runge-Kutta second order method. So consider a second order differential equation. So second order differential equation, y double dash is equal to d2 by dx square, which is equal to f of x, y and dy by dx. So in previous numerical we saw that there was first order differential equation only in terms of dy by dx. Now here second order is there, d2y by dx square, and one more term you can see along with x and y. So when we look at this equation, so we can easily see that we cannot solve this problem by using Runge-Kutta method. But we can look at the problem carefully and we can modify this equation in such a way that we can apply Runge-Kutta method, and in this case Runge-Kutta second order method. So what we will do, we will just replace the term or rewrite the term dy by dx as z. So this dy by dx will become z, And also this d2y by dx square can also be changed, and when you change that dy by dx in this equation as well, then the second order differential equation will become two first order simultaneous differential equation, out of which first equation will be dy by dx is equal to z, and second equation will be the modified equation of second order differential equation. So you can see that d2y by dx square can be rewritten as dz by dx, as we are going to replace the dy by dx as z. So dz by dx is equal to f of x, y, and z. So this is how we can deduct the second order differential equation to two first order simultaneous differential equations. So this will be your equation number 1, and this will be your equation number 2, and both equations are first order ordinary differential equations, and they are simultaneous equations, and you can solve this equation by using Runge-Kutta second order method. So once again I will repeat the process. Generally second order differential equation is given to you. So d2y by dx square is equal to f of xy dy by dx. So what you need to do, you need to just replace the dy by dx by z. So once you replace that dy by dx as z, then you can also see the change in d2y by dx square, and that can be rewritten as dz by dx is equal to f of x, y, and z. So we get two first order ordinary differential equations, and they are simultaneous equations, and we can apply Runge-Kutta second order method. So we will see one example, and with this example we will try to apply Runge-Kutta second order method to solve simultaneous equations. So the problem is using Runge-Kutta method. Here it is mentioned that use Runge-Kutta method, but whenever a question will be related to ordinary differential equations and simultaneous equation or second order differential equation, then use only Runge-Kutta second order method. This is very important, you need to understand, because generally you may get confused that you can solve this problem by using Runge-Kutta fourth order method as well. Yes, you can solve by using fourth order method, but in that case the number of steps will be more. So whenever it is mentioned Runge-Kutta method, and if second order ordinary differential equation is there, then go for Runge-Kutta second order method as it is mentioned in the syllabus. So d2y by dx square, that is y double dash is equal to x y dash square minus y square. Here y dash means dy by dx, and y double dash means d2y by dx square. And you need to solve for x is equal to 0.2 to 4 decimal places. Initial conditions are x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1, and one additional term is given, y dash is equal to 0. So when you look at this problem, we can see that you need to find out the value of y and dy by dx when x is equal to 0.2, and the accuracy of the answer should be up to 4 decimal places. So you need to set your calculator to 4 decimal points, and the initial value is x naught is given, that is 0, y naught is given, which is 1, and y dash is given, which is 0. Now as the first step is to write down given data. So y dash is nothing but dy by dx. So dy by dx, and we are going to replace that term dy by dx by z, and which is a function of f, x, y, and z. So dy by dx is equal to z is equal to function of x, y, and z. Then put dy by dx in this equation of y double dash. Then we can write d2y by dx square or y double dash as dz by dx, and which is equal to x. We will replace y dash square as z square minus y square, and which is the function of x, y, and z. So dz by dx is a function of x, y, and z. So both f of xyz and phi of xyz are two simultaneous equations, and both are first order ordinary differential equation. So now we can solve these two simultaneous equations by applying Runge-Kutta second order method. Again, x naught is 0, y naught is 1, and z naught, which is equal to y dash, is equal to 0. Here you can see, as we decided to replace y dash by z. So z naught is equal to 0. And we will take interval as 0.2. Here you can think of taking interval as 0.1, but the problem will be you need to solve this same problem in two steps. So in order to avoid that, we will take h as 0.2, so that initial value is x naught and step h, that is 0.2. So you can easily calculate the value of y and z for x is equal to 0.2. Now, see, you can see the change in the formulas. So while calculating k1, h of f of x naught, y naught, and z naught. So you see additional term in Runge-Kutta second order method, which was not there in previous problem. So this is the additional term. So h is given 0.2, x naught is 0, y naught is 1, and z naught is 0. So put x naught, y naught, and z naught in this equation and simplify, you will get k1 as 0. So this is how we can calculate k1. Now this k1 is related to your first order differential equation, that is dy by dx is equal to z. So this is very important. Now similarly, we need to find out a value for first order differential equation, that is second equation, and we will consider a notation L1 for that. So k1 is related to dy by dx is equal to z, and L1 will be related to dz by dx, and again it is equal to h phi of x naught, y naught, and z naught. So h is 0.2, put x naught, y naught, z naught value because it is given, and simplify by putting this value in this equation. So 0.2 into x is 0, z is 0 raised to 2 minus y square, y is 1, so y 1 square, and simplify, you will get L1 as minus 0.2. So this is how we calculate the first value of L, that is L1, by using this formula for second, or our second simultaneous equation, that is dz by dx is equal to xz square minus y square. Then you can calculate K2, and you can see the equation h into f of x naught plus h, y naught plus k1, and z naught plus L1. And as I told you, K2 is related to the equation dy by dx is equal to z. So always use this equation here. So h, we know that it is 0.2. X naught plus h. X naught is 0. H is 0.2. Then y naught plus k1. Y naught is 1 and k1 is 0. Similarly, z naught plus L1. So z naught is 0 and L1 is minus 0.2. We just estimated here. Here you can see. So simplify this. So you will get 0.2 into f of 0.2, 1 minus 0.2. So put all these values in the equation dy by dx is equal to z, and solve. You will get the value of K2 as minus 0.04. So this is how we calculate the value of K2. Then we need to calculate L2. So L2 is h into phi of x naught plus h, y naught plus k1, and z naught plus L1. So h is known, 0.2. Then x naught plus h. So 0 plus 0.2, so you will get 0.2. Y naught plus k1, so y naught is 0, sorry, y naught is 1, and k1 we estimated here, that is 0. So you will see y naught plus k1 as 1, and z naught plus L1. So z naught is 0, and L1 we just estimated here as minus 0.2. So z naught plus L1 will be minus 0.2. So put the values 0.2, 1 and minus 0.2 in our equation. Here you can see in this equation we need to put these values as L2 is related to this equation. L2 is related to the equation dz by dx, and upon simplification you will get L2 as minus 0.1984. Then you can calculate the value of y when x is equal to 0.2, and it is given by equation y naught plus 1/2 k1 plus k2, where k1 is 0 and k2 is minus 0.04, and you will get y1 as 0.98. Similarly, you can find out z1 as z naught plus 1 by 2 L1 plus L2. So z naught is given 0, L1 is we just estimated as minus 0.2, and L2 also estimated as minus 0.1984, and upon simplifying you will get Z1 as minus 0.1992. So this is how we calculate the value of Y1 and Z1. And here we can say that we can solve second order ordinary differential equation by using second order Runge-Kutta second order method by simplifying that equation. So once again I will tell you here, or I will repeat this process so that you can understand once again. So what we did, the problem is given. From problem we understood that it is second order differential equation that cannot be solved by using Runge-Kutta method, and in this case second order Runge-Kutta second order method. So what we did, we simplified the second order differential equation into two simultaneous equation. So for that what we did, our first equation is dy by dx is equal to z, and therefore our second equation will be dz by dx is equal to xz square minus y square. So we have two simultaneous equations, and now to both of these equations we can apply Runge-Kutta second order second order method. So we wrote given values, then we calculated k1, and while using the formula always remember that k1 is equal to dy by dx is equal to z. So you need to correlate those equations, and you got k1 as 0. Then you calculate L1, and this L1 is related to your second equation, that is dz by dx is equal to xz square minus y square, and you got value as minus 0.02. Then you need to calculate k2, which is again related to equation dy by dx is equal to z, and in this equation you will see that you need to put the values of k1 and L1. So both values you need to put. So make sure that if your k1 and k2 are incorrect, then again you will get wrong answer for k2. So just simplify this equation, put correct values, and upon simplification you will get k2 as minus 0.04. Similarly, you can calculate L2 as it is related to your second equation, that is dz by dx is equal to xz square minus y square, and this is the equation for L2. And again here you can see k1 and L1. So put all the known values, simplify, and you will get L2 as minus 0.1984. So by using k1, k2, you can calculate y1 as y0 plus 1 by k1 plus k2, so it is 0.98. And by using the values of L1 and L2, you can calculate z1, which is equal to z0 plus 1 by 2 L1 plus L2, and upon simplifying you will get z1 as minus 0.1992. So that's it for today's session. If you have any